One of the greatest signs that shows an evil regime is when it descends on women and children as a torture specimen to put fear in the country. Few days back, they attacked MIRIA MATEMBE in his home and they didn't find her there. They decided to attack Sarah BIREETE's home to see if MIRIA MATEMBE is there. Remember, Sarah BIREETE was also among the victims, was abducted, taken to jail, later released on bail. In fact, Sarah BIREETE said these statements.
Still alive and still in power, that women would be on the run for their lives, not scared of their husbands, not scared of their sons, but women, mothers of this nation, on the run, running away from the government of President Museveni. Who would have known that such a time would come in this country? Immediately after the raid of Honorable Matembe, in the afternoon, my house was raided by about 20 soldiers who jumped off the fence in a movie style, opened the gate for the rest of them to enter. They turned everything upside down. Saucepans, cups, children's rooms were broken, doors broken. They dug a hole in my son's rooms. They turned everything upside down. We have realized they stole money from my handbag. We don't know what else they stole. They never told me what they were looking for. I kept asking them. Nobody told me what they wanted until they left. When we analyzed voices after they had left, they seemed to have been looking for Dr. Matembe and allegedly other foreigners I host in my house. This regime brutalizes women on fake intelligence. They are using the might of the state to dehumanize women. It is a shame, President Museveni, and I call upon him to speak on the degeneration of the rule of law in this country.
That is Sarah BIREETE. Everybody in the country should be scared that as General Museveni is aging, the tenacity on the country is reducing, and is releasing the country to rogues that want transition, that want to make his son MUHOOZI Kainerugaba the president. Truth is, General Museveni, we wanted him to go. But even the people who want to replace him are even more worse. They are not tolerant. As we aid to the transition, more and more crime is being committed. Forced disappearances, torture, extrajudicial killings, they are continuing. So the purpose of this video, I've come to talk about the continued abductions, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagri. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. One, I've always told you that authoritarians use two main techniques to subjugate the people. One of the techniques is instilling fear by abducting, torturing, imprisoning each and every descending voice. For example, if a woman like Matembe, like Sarah BIREETE, vocal people who are held high regard in the society are abducted, are tortured, their homes are attacked, what about an ordinary woman? So if an ordinary woman fears, it sends fear in the entire nation, women and children, and then will never speak out. Sometimes fear is the only barricade between the people and what they want to get. So authoritarian across the country use the tool of fear to control and subjugate the nation. What is going on in our country is each and every high-ranking official who may have an alternative view on the way how politics is being done is either attacked, put on the files of terrorism and etc. Is the reason that's why we are going to see more politicians, most especially those who speak, being added on Mwanga Chivumbi's case, OSJ's case. It is the truth. It is the reason the CDF Moses Kagame can wake up freelance and warn each and every politician. Sam Jungada, you are the next. Jason, you are the next. The next day they will pick them up, add them on the file. And we all know how treason cases are handled in the country. Okay? It is even worse when the criminal justice system is being used on individuals where the judiciary is not independent. It will play in these cases and you may find a person being in jail for 5, 4, 6 years without trial. Can you imagine the people who were arrested during the 2021 election are still in jail? What is the purpose of the judiciary in this one? And the Chief Justice, Onyudo left, we have a new Chief Justice, Fabian Jaiza, who by all signs shows that he's also going to be incompetent. He's not looking at these things. Let me tell you, every person who has followed my videos, I keep on telling people that the reason as why democracy is growing in the country, sometimes it's because of the judiciary. The reason as to why the democracy of Kenya has continued to prosper is because they do judicial activism. Judicial activism doesn't necessarily mean that you make a ruling contrary to the constitution, but it means that you make a ruling that helps future cases how they are supposed to be handled. You want to tell me that a person who was arrested in 2021 is still in jail without trial? Where are sober judges who can come out and handle these cases so that they can be worked on? Every person who is brought on a political case is put on remand for years. Can you imagine? And you want to tell me that I have belief in the judiciary? So when it comes to politics, the judiciary is bent and is going to be even bent more. For the CDF coming out to say that it doesn't consider the constitution, it considers the revolution, and the lawyers keep quiet. So for me, I fear every time the regime descends on women of valor, on children, it shows the signs, the bad signs we are going to face ahead. Of course, that's my opinion. My name is truly Mr. Makinde Kabir Suleiman Magali. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can motivated to do more such videos. I will see you on another one. Peace.